Cafes are not new to Bangalore. The garden city's love for coffee has been synonymous with iconic hangouts like the India Coffee House and the more recent Moshe's. However, with Bangalore's startup industry booming, catching up over coffee has acquired a whole new meaning. Poornima, Murli and Surabhi Upadhyay catch up over coffee.
Cafes are fun places where you can sip on a cup of coffee, laze around and catch up with friends over the weekend. Well, not quite in Bengaluru. The country's IT capital is moving work out of the boardroom to the coffee shop, especially young startups with a billion ideas but less than a few billion in hand. The city's cafes are turning into hot zones of ideation, business planning and even deal-making. 54-year-old Bharti Jacob has been in the venture capital business for 12 years. She's the managing director at her company Seed Fund, which has so far invested in 35 startups. Bharti struck several of those deals sipping on her favorite cuppa at her favorite cafe.
I've done a lot of deals in the coffee shops. Red Bus, we signed, several meetings at the Oberoi, Leela, and other coffee shops. I've had investor meetings, my own investor meetings from overseas, and raised money meeting them in the coffee shop.
And it's not just startups that are heading to the nearest coffee shop.
I think the cafe culture is certainly catching on. It's really becoming a part of your business dealings. If you see the environment and the ecosystem in cafes, it's become far more informal. So it really creates an atmosphere where you can have business discussions, have brainstormings. Several times for our internal meetings, rather than having it in a very formal office structure, I take my teams to what you call huddle rooms in cafes.
Many people want to work in coffee shops. When they don't have an office, they're just drawing up the business plan, or doing something on their own before they formalize and try to work out of their home or somewhere. And there are some cafes which are now coming out and renting out tables. So I think it's very exciting.
Cafes like The Square, the Oberoi Cafe and chains like Costa Coffee are thriving on Bengaluru Inc.'s renewed love affair with coffee. A comfortable seating environment, Wi-Fi connectivity and even presentation facilities at special huddle rooms at some outlets. All that along with, of course, an uninterrupted supply of good coffee. In Bengaluru with Poornima Murli, this is Surabhi Upadhyay.
And with that, it's a wrap. Thanks for watching India Business Hour.
Can I see the frame, please?
CNBC TV 18, celebrating 15 years of leadership.
Good evening, I'm Surabhi Upadhyay, and your world at 10 starts right now. Commodities crack in trade. Gold slips over 1% to $1,091 an ounce. Copper nearly 2% lower at $2.43. A rise in U.S. inventory sends crude lower as well. WTI NYMEX just holding on to the $50 barrel mark, while Brent has slipped to the $56 mark. European markets end with sharp cuts. The German DAX down 7